Hello YouTube. Today we're going to be doing something a bit different. We are opening up anything, but this is actually going to be our first deck profile video that I wanted to post. Haven't seen anyone post anything about the new BT20 Chaosmon deck that's going to be releasing, so I wanted to get to it first and make a deck profile about it. I made proxies of it, played with it around to see if I liked it or not. Overall, I think it's enjoyable. Is it competitive? Maybe not. I definitely feel like people can make it more competitive than how I have it. But as of right now, I'm just trying to make it fun for me to play, make it good for locals, possibly. And yeah, without further ado, let's begin. By the way, a lot of these cards are coming straight from BT20. These are just leaks. There could be, it could change, considering these are all just leaks. There could be more cards that can be supporting this deck. But as is right now, I decided to just go ahead and start off with the ones we have. This is going to be mostly BT20 focus, but as well as putting in some different cards I believe will definitely make this deck shine. So starting things off, we are running 4 Pinamon. And what Pinamon do, so there's this new archetype called XL, which is what these Digimon are. That's their trait. And essentially is when any of your Digimon with the XL trait are played, this Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with XL trait in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. Pretty good. Digivolve into a rookie. Have 2 rookies or 2. It's an inherent effect, so you can have either rookie, champions, ultimate megas, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6. Doesn't matter. It'll continuously digivolve here, you'll digivolve here, digivolve here, you digivolve here. It doesn't stack though, so if you have these 2 cards, this one digivolves and this one digivolves, and essentially it can, I don't know, I think it's only once per turn. I don't know. I can't tell if it's just once per turn, period, like, oh, if you digivolve this card, then this card digivolves, or if you can have 2 of these and they just, you know, once per turn each other. So like this Digimon digivolves, so this one digivolves, but because this one digivolves, then this one digivolves higher up. I don't know. Whatever the case is, we'll figure it out in the future, but how I'm perceiving it is just when you digivolve this, then this digivolves like that. So we're running 4 Pinamons, and I decided to run a 5th egg and run Upamon, just because of if you have 3 or fewer security cards, draw 1 card. I just think that'd be nice to have in there. Why not? And that's for our DGX. Then for our rookies, of course, we're going to be running the new BT20 Leolamon, 3 of those, and 4 new BT20 Falcomon. Leomon is your searcher. He lets you search a Chaosmon, a Digimon with the Chaosmon in its name, or an XL trait, as well as an XL option card, which is very good. So you're going to hard play him. This one you're going to digivolve into Pinamon. No inherit, no on-play effects. It just has piercing as an inheritance, which is really good. It also says when the Digimon would be digivolved into a Digimon card with the XL trait, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. That's perfect. If we're looking back at the Pinamon says it reduces it by 2. So you can imagine going to here, digivolve Leomon into something. This digivolves, and just subtracting 3 from the Digivolution, which is pretty good. So that pairs well with each other. That's our rookies for the BT20. Then I also decided to run 2 Patamon to search security. I think that'd be pretty nice, just in case we're missing anything, or we can see how like our security is going to be, if it's strong or if it's weak, just gives us an overall idea. And I'm also running 2 Ukumon because we all know what Ukumon does, we've seen it before, it's all in there. Of course, these are subject to change. Obviously, there could be bans where it limits Ukumon to 1 or whatever, anything like that. But right now I'm running 2 Ukumon and 2 Panamons. Show about this deck. Now moving on to our level 4s. We are running 4 of the new BT20 Diatrimon. And then 3 of the BT20 Leomon. I think I'm missing Leomon. Right, I'm gonna go crazy. I think anyways, running 4 Diatrimon. Inherited effects is piercing. What you're gonna see from this deck is essentially you're not trying to digivolve on top of who like their line is, so you're not gonna digivolve Falcomon into Diatrimon because it wouldn't make sense since they both have an inherited effect of piercing. It wouldn't help you out at all. However, if you were to digivolve Falcomon with Leomon, then that will help it out because not only does this gain piercing, but also gets barrier, and that's overall better. Diatrimon's on play when digivolving effect, it says suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That's good. Suspend it, swing into it, boom, piercing. Leomon says on play or when digivolving, one of your opponents gets minus 3000 DP, and barrier. That's it for this BT20 4s, but then we also have, I'm also running 2 promotional Leomon X antibodies. I definitely feel like they would help make this deck shine out. Even though we're not running any Leomons for Leomon X antibody to digivolve into, it's still a good card to digivolve, period, because even though we can't use this alternate effects of having blocker and fortitude, we can still use this on play or when digivolving effect, which one of your opponent gets minus 3000 DP. Perfect. But its main priority is its deletion effect, which gives you a recovery +1, which is super useful. And especially for this deck, when it goes into Chaosmon with using its new option card, which will just help us out even more and brings out more potential to it than meets the eye. So running 2 of those. For our champions, nothing too crazy. I decided to run 4 loader Leomons, new BT20 4 loader Leomons, and 4 BT20 Chromons. BT20 Leomon states, on play or when digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, one of their Digimon can't activate when digivolving effects and get minus 3000. Really good card to stop Digivolution effects from destroying your security, your Digimon. It's really good to stop that. And then its inherited effects states when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack to this Digimon. Overall, pretty good. Gives you more of a defense with it. Then with Chromon, it gets the effect of on play or when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP for the rest of the turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack. That's pretty good. And then on top of that, when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 DP for the turn. Now, what I'm a bit confused on is it says suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So say if you're at 0 memory counter and you digivolve into this for 3 and it's your opponent's turn, do you still attack? Because it says then one of your Digimon may attack. It doesn't have brush, it doesn't have anything like that, it just says that. So based on what I'm thinking and how I perceive it, I believe that even if it's their turn, you're able to attack because that's what the card states. And its inherited effects, we talked about it, minus 4000 DP when attacking, which is good because you're already going to swing in. That's perfect. So we're running those. For the Megas now, we are running 3 Varudamon, new BT20 Varudamon, and 3 new BT20 Bancho Leomon. So let me explain Varudamon. It's essentially Chromon. Copy and paste. Sorry. Hausa will literally just copied and paste kind of their things. Even though it looks like there's more text on here, it's this but upgraded just slightly. Essentially same effect of on play or when digivolving suspend. But however it's just upgraded. So instead of suspending just one with Chromon, you're actually going to be suspending all of your opponent's Digimon. And one of your Digimon gets plus 3,000 for a turn, then one of your Digimon may attack. Essentially like Chromon, except instead of just doing one, you're doing all, which is pretty good. But it also gains the effect of at the end of your turn, this Digimon may at the end of its turn and any of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card with Chaosmon in its name in the hand. Then the DNA Digivolved Digimon may attack, and it still gains the effect of when attacking one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP. Thus letting it actually no, because that's once per turn. So unless you attack with this card, then it's once per turn. But if you don't, you save it and then you just go into Chaosmon and it works, which is good. But like I said, upgraded version of Chromon. Then for Bancho Leomon, on play D-Digivolve 2, that's pretty good. One of your opponent's Digimon, then one of their Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP until the end of their turn. Still pretty good if you combo these two together. That's over 9,000 DP, and if you have a Chromon, that's 9,000 plus 13,000 now, which is going to kill like anything really, unless they have to 15k or more, or 14k or above. And then has the same effect as Varudamon when it comes to the end of turn, DNA Digivolve, and immediately attack. That's pretty good. Those are our Megas, and these two Mega Digimon will DNA Digivolve into the star of the show, Chaos Valdermon. Now, I want to talk about Chaos Valdermon for a bit. Even though he's like kind of the boss monster of this deck, he's nothing, at least to me, he's nothing insanely crazy, to be honest. I mean, he has security attack plus 1, which is very good, and he has partition, but the thing is his effect. When Digivolving for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digivolution cards, which is literally going to be Varudamon and Bancho Leomon, for each of them, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers and gain 1 memory. I mean, that's pretty good, you know. They have a Digimon suspended. They don't suspend until the end of their turn, so you can suspend 2 and then you'll gain 2 memory. That's always nice to have, and can definitely help out for sure. And it also states then none of their Digimon or Tamers can activate on-play effects or unsuspend until the end of the turn. That's also pretty good. It's good. I don't know why I was thinking like something crazy, like just based on like the other cards I've seen that come out, like especially in VT18, VT19, how we got that Lord Nightmon with Collision with all this stuff. It was insane. So I don't know why I thought it was gonna be like that. I think I was holding it into too much high standard, but either way, it's still a good card, and I like it, and that's going to be our Megas. However, as a precaution, you know, to be safe, just in case we don't have, because a lot of this is like building up into Chaosmon Balderarm. It's all building up to that, and if you don't have the right cards or anything, so you only have Bancho Leomon and no Varudamon, you're gonna need some other backup, you know. I mean, sure, he can have the Digimon like attack him straight on, but either way, it doesn't work for everything. And that's where Shine Greymon Ruin Mode comes in. I'm playing one Shine Greymon Ruin Mode. We all kind of know what that does. It's really good. This is just the cautionary. Just to be careful, just in case we don't have everything set up with boom. Easy money. So that's going to be our level 6 and 7s. Now time to go on to the option cards. There could be more that releases within from here to BT20 that will overall help out this deck even further, but as is right now, this is what I'm going to be using. I'm actually going to be using Tamers as well. I'm going to be using one TK from BT1. Really good card. If you have 2 or fewer memory, set it 3. Nice memory setter. On play, search your security. That will help you out to see where you're at, especially if you need certain cards. Like I said, whether you need Balder Arm or if you need even a Shine Greymon, you can add that to your hand and then recover +1. So I like using TK. I wanted to see what other Tamer could help out this deck. And I was researching, I was looking around, I was like, no. And then I found this one that I wasn't even considering. But I decided to put it in the deck because low-key works with this deck, surprisingly. And believe it or not, it's going to be BT18 Cody Hina. Cody Hina, you say? Well, why Cody Hina? First of all, starting of his main phase. If you have a yellow Digimon, play one memory. Let me ask you a question. Even though there's a black, green, and all these cards, what do you see mostly? Tell me, what do you see mostly? Yellow. Boom. Gain a memory on top of the memory center. Obviously, awesome. But that's not why I picked him. That's not the only reason why I picked him. I also picked him for his your turn effect. When one of your Digimon with 2 or more colors, which is literally all of them in this deck, attacks, you may suspend this Tamer to give one of your opponent's Digimon -2000. That's perfect for this deck. Okay, if you're running it with a Chromon, with a Valdermon, and a Boncholeomon, let's do the math here. Chromon's -4000 to a Digimon. So Chromon -4000 to a Digimon. Valdermon -4000 to a Digimon. That's 8k. Wait, right? Or is it 5k? Minuses. No. 4k with Chromon. 4k for Verodomon. Then it's 5k with Boncholeomon. So that's 8 plus 5. That is 13k. Now you're gonna add -2000 to that. That's overall 15,000. That will destroy anything, unless it's like Magnamon where it continuously keeps on getting, if it keeps on continuously getting DP that actually surpasses 15,000. It doesn't matter. Like Magnamon using its effect. Focuses. It doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because piercing, and you're suspending that Digimon. You can immediately swing in and kill it. It doesn't matter. Sure, they'll hold on to a smidge bit of health, but overall they're dead no matter what. Because you're gonna swing into it, get piercing, boom, done and done. Very nice combo, Cody. So, and when I was playtesting this deck, Cody actually has been coming in clutch, which was amazing. Now let's talk about the option cards. We gotta run 2 yellow scrambles. Let's reduce the Digivolution cost even further. Love to see it. Running 2 yellow memory boosts. Why not? Let's search those cards. Let's gain some memory in the delay effect. Great. I also wanted to run one reinforcing memory boost. Very great card for this deck. Reveal top 2 cards of your deck. Place one of them on top of your security stack. Heck yeah, face down. And then add the remaining card to your hand. Perfect. And on top of that, gain 3 memory. Yes, it costs 6. I know it costs 6. But hear me out. You get TK, you go to 3, then you play, and say you have a yellow memory boost right there. Delete it, gain +2. Then you can use this, they'll gain 1. Either way, it doesn't matter. It helps you out in the long run. It's overall a good card, especially since you can always delay the effect and gain 3 memories. Or if they even manage to pull in security, which I've had done, where this has been in security, gain 3 memory, boom. Awesome, amazing. Reduce their plays or make it immediately your turn. Love to see it. Oh shoot, I am running for Leomon. My bad. That was in... So I am running 4 and 4 and then 2. So we're good. And then last but certainly not least, a definite good card for this deck. We are playing 3 Singularity Chaos. Newbie 220, Singularity of Chaos. At first, I was going to run 4, then I decided to run 3, but then I was like, oh, this card's not that good, I want to run just maybe 2. But then at last, I met it in the middle and went for 3. And oh boy, is this card actually really, really good for this deck. Let me explain. So, Singularity of Chaos, what does it do? You may be asking. Well, why do you have a Digimon Chaosmon in its name or Excel trait, which is all of these, minus Leomon and whatever's not Excel trait? You get to ignore the color requirements. Whatever. Its main effect. You may play 1 Digimon card with the Excel trait from your hand with the play cost reduced by 4. Then place this card as any of your Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. -4 play cost. Now you might be saying like, okay, cool. Free level 4. But not a free level 5, and not a free level 6. Well, hear me out. This is where kind of the combo starts mixing, the chemistry starts binding, you know what I mean? Let me explain. This is mainly for if you just need like help, period. You can easily just summon this and start building through whatever, in case you don't have a rookie. This will help you out, get a free. Even if you don't, you could always get a level 5 as well, just for a play cost of 2. Still amazing. It's reducing the play cost, which is awesome. What's even more amazing? The level 6s. Now let me explain the level 6s. Sure, I explained it a bit. I didn't read you the top part of the text. The top part of the text, and this is on both of them. It states, when this card would be played, if you have a Digimon with Excel trait, reduce the play cost by 5. Boom. Say if you have a Varudamon in play and you use Singularity of Chaos to go into that Banjo Leomon, not only is that -4 play cost, but on top of that -5, which is going to be a reduction of 9 in total play cost. So 9 minus 12, that's 3. So you're gonna be playing this Mega or this Mega for just a play cost of 3. Now you may say, well, what if you're at 0 memory and you use this card, or what if you're like 2 memory, brings you down to 0 memory because of Singularity of Chaos. Doesn't matter. What if it brings you to your other player, your opponent's turn? What are you gonna do? It has the Vmon and Wormmon effect, but amped up. This end of your turn, this Digimon, and same with Varudamon, has the same effect of that. This Digimon and any of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve into the Digimon card with Chaosmon in its name from your hand. Then the DNA Digivolve Digimon may attack. Even if it's their turn, you're still gonna swing in. Say if you got lucky enough with your memory, and you have both of these out. Swing in, get that piercing or whatever. Swing in, that's 2 checks. Boom. It's play something, whatever. Goes to their turn. DNA Digivolve into that Chaosmon Valderarm. Well, Chaosmon Valderarm. Immediately swing in again, but security attack +1 for 2 more checks. Say if you're like running low, you have 2 security and they have 5, you just brought them down lower than yours. You immediately brought them to 4 security checks. Now, if you have Singularity of Chaos, oh, magnifique. I don't know how to say it, but this, it gives it an inherited effect. This is where I was kind of iffy. I was like, oh no, this is trash. Until I actually started playing, then I added another copy. I started playing, I was like, wait, this is actually good. If this Digimon has Chaosmon in its name, trash your opponent's top security card. Boom, they have 0 security. Say if you have like a small Liamon or whatever, or another Digimon, out here in the field, whatever, Liamon in the Digi-Egg or whatever, it's over here. they have 0. So when it hits your turn again, and you're most likely gonna destroy their Digimon, especially by using the suspension and minus DP and stuff, and the piercing, they're going to have 0, which helps out. But getting back to this, trash the top security card of your opponent, and this Digimon, it doesn't. Now you're not reading it wrong. It's not plus 30,000. It's minus 30,000 DP, which I don't know if you know this, but Chaosmon Valderarm only has 15,000. That's basically a kamikaze right there. Now you might be saying like, well, I guess the trade-off is okay. I mean, you are swinging in twice, technically 3 times, without actually swinging in the 3rd time. Well, that's alright. I mean, I'm still at 2 memory or 1 memory, so I'm probably going to lose the next turn either way. Because not only are you going to kamikaze, this is what you need to build up for. This is why, exactly why I put Leomon X Antibody in here. At first, I was like, you know, it'll be okay. But then after I read this card further, Leomon X Antibody is, like I said, going to make this deck shine. Leomon X Antibody has this on deletion effect, which lets you recover 1, which is awesome. Now say if you're a mad lad and decided to get 2 of them, that's recovery of 2. It's not 1 per turn, it's on deletion. Because you're building all of these on top of each other, plus say you have like 2 Leomons in here somehow, I don't know. But if you do manage, that's recovery plus 2. You're back to 4 and you're 100% almost guaranteed. Almost, not guaranteeing it, but you have a high chance of winning. Very good deck. I like how I built this deck. I fully put my heart and soul into this to make sure this is good. You know, I wasn't going for like competitive, I wasn't going for anything too crazy, just something fun. And when I'm telling you this deck is fun, it's fun, and I'm going to be trying to get this deck when BT20 comes out. I am super excited. I would definitely like to see the shininess of Valdermon, Chaosmon Valderarm. Not only that, I'm almost certain they're going to release like alt-art, an alt-art for Chaosmon Valderarm. At least I hope. That'd be insane. Stay tuned to watch me unbox that when it comes out. But yeah, that is the deck profile of Chaosmon Valderarm. I hope you guys like and subscribe and enjoyed this deck profile and are excited as I am for when BT20 comes out. And I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.